I think this is a really important topic, especially for someone that's newer in their career, where you mentioned that a lot of the best leaders aren't spending much time talking, they're spending more time absorbing and listening. But on the other hand, you kind of see people that advance far in their career by being opinionated. These are things that we just talked
Sure.
about. How do you kind of find the balance? Let's say, especially as someone that is maybe more naturally introverted or more naturally interested in learning and absorbing and kind of thinking or mulling over their decision rather than always having strong opinions right out of the gate. Can that impact your
Sure.
career? Like, how do you balance between these two kind of, I guess, modalities?
Yeah, I think there's a factor that I think is out of our individual control to some extent here, which is what kind of company are you at? Are you at the kind of company where the person who talks loudest and last is going to get to make the decision? Or are you at the sort of company where, like, okay, so you have a meeting about a topic, and then the person who goes off and writes the most thoughtful one-page document proposing a step forward, where that's going to get adopted? And I think as someone newer in their career, as someone who's, not as senior in an org, it's hard to change those things, but I think you can always influence them, right? You can always work with your direct manager. And I would always encourage people to be very direct with their immediate manager to say, like, hey, this is how I work. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking in big meetings. I prefer to have a couple of hours to think about something and write an email describing my feelings on it. And if your manager is good, again, something that maybe you don't have a ton of control over, they will work with you and they will work to amplify your voice and make sure that your voice is getting heard and that you're part of the decision making process for the things that you have a lot of expertise and context on.
If you enjoyed this clip, make sure you watch the entire video, which has a lot more content just like this. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our episodes where we talk to leaders in the tech industry, from software engineers to product managers to engineering manager, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and also click the notification bell.